Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your daily Starseed Astrology horoscope. This is your host, the Peace Dealer. Pa, 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 pa. Here in the flesh, I just shot peace bullets. It's a very unique, ingenious invention. With my intent, I channel energy from my soul and I shoot you with it. I'm targeting your face because your face is looking at this camera. And as I shoot you, psh, 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 I am shooting you with the intent to hit you with bullets of peace that you have now received. This is once again an ingenious invention that utilizes my imagination and converts it into, I guess we can say, reality through intent. I open with this because this is not going to be like any Scorpio season we have ever had. In fact, the last time we may have ever had a Scorpio season like this was when Uranus was not in Aquarius in like 98, but in Scorpio. If you have Uranus in Scorpio, get ready. Your life is about to become way more paranormal than it already is now. Exponentially so, to the point where you are now having to redefine what is real, as this pretty much integrates with your conscious living. Regardless, this transit, as we start at 0 degrees, is an introduction into the higher understanding and deeper wisdom of the supernatural. Now, some of you are supernatural beings watching this. You know who you are. You walk amongst us, having enhanced cognitive and psychic abilities, having to mask them in this postmodern world where most people either hide their psychic powers, deny them outright, or are still waking up to them. We know you exist, okay? So your go around with this is a little bit different because you've been around the block. Shout out to those of you born, before the 70s. You've been already awakening your powers. The government has tried to suppress your abilities through propaganda and religion. Not everyone in the government, but, media and whatnot. But we've broken through that. And we are featuring an opposition the whole season with Uranus in Taurus. Pretty much the sustenance of supernatural energy as it flows through your body is now correlating deep into your soul in order to, through this period, activate and shock you into greater realizations. Now, this is tough for me to say because it's not really supernatural energy. I'm using vague terms because there's no literature on this. We are really bridging in a subatomic influence that is radically shifting at the subtle energetic level your conscious awareness and rewiring of how your body connects with your mind. Because if you think about the neurological functions that send electrical impulses from your brain to now move your arm. See, my mind is doing all this right now. There's no reason why I should be looking like a fool, but I'm doing all this with my mind. So, that was my mind. Isn't that like fascinating? Like my body just doesn't move on its own. I'm sure there's a disorder like that. but like I'm at some point like at will moving this. My consciousness is over my physical body, air over earth. So the Sun in Scorpio transit is now making you aware of your psychology, or rather the depth of your soul in connection to your body. In order to really give you a visual with Taurus and Scorpio, I want you to think that Taurus is your body, your physical body, right? And then Scorpio, it represents the deeper faceted layer of the core of your being that motivates, in an unconscious sense, almost every and anything you do. You're now gaining greater awareness because what's occurring, and this is why this is hard for me to say, you are coming into the shocking realization that there's a certain understanding of your body that you're going to have deeper wisdom on. And once again, I'm so sorry that's vague. Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Personally, last night, for me, okay, I channeled electrical energy. I had a selenite, like a clear quartz crystal wand in my left hand. I channeled and received it in, and with my right hand, I put it in my soul. And what I started to notice was an energy deep in my soul was now reacting to it. Mentally, I was like, I don't know if this is really doing anything, but it was weird for me to remark that my body is now independently reacting to the energy I channeled, spazzing at sometimes. Almost freaked me out because it felt like there was another entity in there, or just another facet of myself, my subconscious or unconscious. So this deeper awareness is being enhanced by Neptune trining in Pisces retrograde, giving you an extra dimensional perception based on your imagination. I want you to visualize that there's an ideal version of yourself that exists in another dimension that is influencing you. In this real dream that we call reality, there is another adjacent, we can almost say parallel reality. Quantum mechanics supports this theory that exists in your imagination, that just as you live this reality, that ideal version of yourself may even imagine you. And so you're connecting with this. This is why, in a certain sense, that divine subconscious sense of yourself that is not bound by the laws of physics and your mind can give you these impressions through your feelings, through your